Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? I normally say welcome to the pre-stream stream, but it's already 7 o'clock. We're getting straight into the stream tonight. How are we doing? Have we all had a good day? I feel like I'm in the wrong place. I'm not central, and I don't know how I'm not central. What's wrong? I should be more this way? Maybe? I don't know. It's all very confusing. How are we all, boys and girls? Are we ready for a transfer special and awesome job hunting? If you weren't in last night's stream, we only went and got ourselves promoted. It was a lovely old time. This is what happened. We finished top of the league. Dominant performance. Dominant. Level on points with second place. 1 point ahead of third place. 4 points, ahead of fourth place. Dominant. I feel sorry for whichever one out of Fulham or Wolves, or potentially both of them, don't end up joining us and Sunderland in the Premier League, because all four of us have been very, very good all season and deserve the promotion. If Burnley or Luton manage to sneak up through those playoffs now, it's a disgrace. Thank you to Gig Doyle, by the way, for the tier 2 sub while we were getting set up there. This is how we won promotion. We were actually sat in third place going into the final moments of last night, and then we got an 86th minute goal when we were already down to 10 men, an 86th minute winner to secure us not just promotion but also the league title. So we went into the final day top of the league, a position we hadn't actually been in very much over the course of the season. Okay, we were for quite a lot there. Can't you tell I've not played the save for 2 weeks? We came back yesterday, did this bit, and it just felt like it was a ropey old season. It looks like we dominated things for a long time. Who'd have thought? But we are in the Premier League, and we've got a decent amount of money to spend. We've been given a £43 million budget, a massive wage budget as well. I mean, to put that in context, though, that's roughly how much we've spent the last 3 transfer windows since we've been here at Sheffield United. It's not as if we've been tight for cash, so there's certainly money that's been thrown around. And now the test is, after having returned to the Premier League for the first time since the 2020-21 season, and spending hundreds upon hundreds of millions of pounds to get back up to this level, can I keep us in the Premier League? Will I even be here to keep us in the Premier League? Because, of course, we are deliberately going on a bit of a European tour on this save. We've already been to Wales, we've already been to Scotland, and we have plenty more leagues loaded that I've not managed in before. So we're not necessarily staying at Sheffield United. Ben Barrett, thank you very much for the sub. We've got Austria, Holland, Portugal, Russia, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, all loaded. If a really interesting job comes up in one of those nations, I am not against upping sticks and heading off to pastures new. That being said, if nothing interesting comes up, and by interesting, I think at this point we need a club that's pushing for Europe, so it'd have to be a decent top league side. If we can find that, then we'll move on. If not, we'll stay at Sheffield United and see how we can get on in the Premier League. So let's hit continue a couple of times, get into the season review, get stuck into the transfer stuff, because we did look at the end of last night's stream. There's nothing in the way of interesting jobs on there at the moment. We're not leaving for any of those. So as it stands right now, we're working on the assumption that we're going to be here next year. Should we load Spain, Germany or Italy? Absolutely not. No, we shouldn't. What do you think of the news that non-league is getting changed with steps 5 to 7, meaning some leagues are closing, new ones are getting created? I haven't looked, I haven't seen the details of it. If the non-league clubs think it's the right thing to do, then great. If it didn't come from the clubs, then boo, that's stupid. So yeah, that's my immediate thoughts on it. Has anyone got a link to what's actually happened? And I can have a little look. I've had a busy day today. I've not really been keeping my ears to the ground on news and stuff, because I'm out all day tomorrow. I haven't been able to say that for months. I'm not at home all day tomorrow, so I've had to do 2 days work in one today. So I've just been busy getting on with the videos. So yeah, I've not seen anything that's happened in the world today, really. Why am I against loading Spain, Italy? Because you've seen it a million times before. The point of this save was to do something new. We probably shouldn't have come to England when we did, but it was a moment of weakness. It was an interesting job. But what's not interesting is spending the next 5 years, 6 years, gradually creeping up the Premier League with Sheffield United. I'm not against doing one season, getting us mid-table and then moving on. But there's no point going to Spain and Italy and Germany. Again, these countries we go to all the time. What we could probably do is add France. I think France is interesting. We don't really do France very often. So we can add France on the understanding we definitely don't go to Paris Saint-Germain. But let's add France. France is an interesting league. Oh, we are wrecking the game speed now, though. I think, what do we take off? I like the idea of France being on. I might take off the Ukraine and Russia. Because I just don't expect I'm going to go to either of those. Maybe. Jamo Stud, thank you very much for the sub. Scotland and Wales are already coming off because we've done them. Yeah, we're going to take off Russia and the Ukraine. And maybe push some of these up to just top leagues only. Will that make a difference to the game speed? Not really. So let's undo that and yeah, we'll do this. That seems like that should work. Cool. Okay. Take off Austria. I've never managed in Austria though. Austria is interesting. Sent a link on Twitter about non-league. We'll have a quick look because it does potentially have an impact on non-league to legend next year. How far down is tier 5? Or step 5? Does this affect conference or is this below conference level? A new division will be created at step 4. 107 from step 5 to 7. Is there just a graphic that shows what the structure will look like now? That's what I really want. Is this... I don't think this affects the conference, does it? So it won't affect non-league to legend, so it doesn't really matter. It's below that level. Fair enough then. Because at the moment, I did have a look at a map the other day. I forget the name of the club. The nearest club to my house at the moment. Is it Brackley? Yeah, Brackley. Brackley Town are the nearest club to my house that I've never managed before in the lowest playable league. So as it stands right now, and with the leagues being cancelled, you're getting an exclusive here. With the divisions being and no promotions and relegations happening, that means this is effectively set in stone unless clubs go out of business and things get shuffled around, which is always a possibility, which I hope doesn't happen. Ashley Chambers is there. But as it stands right now, the next non-league to legend at the start of FM22 will be starting at Brackley Town. Exciting times. I couldn't even tell you where Brackley is, or I could now. I couldn't previously. I always assumed it sounds London-y to me. I've never really looked at them before. But yeah, Brackley. Who knew? What do I think about the shocking decisions VAR have been making? I don't watch football, so I haven't really. I see a bit of it on Twitter, but because I don't watch football, I don't really care. VAR. I enjoy watching people get so angry about it. I find that amusing. I live near Brackley. What's good in Brackley then? Tell me what's good in Brackley. Apparently we're potentially getting a takeover. Can we get Hal Chow a work permit now? I mean, we've probably moved on from needing him now. We're a Premier League club, but we'll apply for the work permit all the same. Between Oxford and Northampton. Okay. I mean, that sounds like it's like a real hotbed of excitement, isn't it? Between those two incredibly exciting and vibrant places. A real footballing area. My word. What am I letting myself in for? Have I watched much of Peterborough this year? I've watched a lot of Peterborough this year. Apart from all the... There was a run where every time I was streaming, we seemed to be playing, so I wasn't watching those ones. But by and large, I'm watching most of the games. Have I done Hydrate and Foster Check? I haven't, but I can now. Oh, there we go. Tin Pot Club with a tin pot ground, but they play decent football right up my street. That does sound right up my street. Near Silverstone. I've been to Silverstone, I think, years ago. And I got really sick. It was somewhere like that. I mean, I care so little about car racing. I've been to somewhere that was a couple of hours from my house, probably not even that long. And I ended up getting tonsillitis and just shivering while my friends watched cars. Didn't have a very nice time. I think it was Silverstone. It was like normal cars, though. It wasn't racing cars. It was normal. I didn't really get what was going on. It was a load of people racing each other in what looked like Ford Mondeos. It literally was just like watching a motorway. But they did have hot dogs, if I remember, and they were all right. And beer, and I was still a teenager then, so beer was always popular. So, season review. This is a nice little recap for those of us who don't remember, because a lot of it happened 2 weeks ago, which is handy. They play at the third best ground called St James's Park in England. Excellent. So that could be the theme of the save then, move around all the St James's Parks. You're playing with the non-league MK Dons. Are they in the non-league? Why are they the non-league MK Dons? Maybe Brands Hatch or Donington Park. I don't really know. Like I say, I'm that disinterested. Someone else was driving and I got really sick and didn't enjoy it. The one time every few minutes that the cars go past must be exciting. I don't know. I was just playing on my Game Boy. Right. We're not going to dwell too much on this because there's no point looking back. We got promoted. We're heroes. I am the greatest man in Yorkshire, the king of Yorkshire. I think that's what I'm referred to as now, because of my what are my achievements? Achievement might be the word I'm looking for. I think it's pathetic that the all-time best 11 has a 3 at the back. By the way, that makes me want to leave. Grow up. Play a proper formation in your all-time best 11. You're losers. 3 at the back, indeed. Right. What are we expected to do? Fight bravely against relegation. So it's one of those seasons where we can get relegated and it doesn't matter. They're always nice seasons to have because the pressure is off and you can really focus on a nice little rebuild because it doesn't matter if it goes wrong. So... which one? That one. There you go. Oh, Kev's a motivational genius. Motivational genius, I tell you. I don't really know what we need for this coming season. We've got pretty decent depth throughout the squad. I think probably what we might want is a real goal scorer to score a gazillion goals. So Postema did a lot of that, but then went off the boil. And at 27, I don't know if that's enough of a goal return for me, especially as he's never played in the Premier League, or he had 1 year in the Premier League and was rubbish. I think we might need a proper goal scorer. Beagles, thank you for the bits. Should say, I hate you. I hate all of you. Just ordered a specific Panini album. Excellent. It's fun. My next batch of stickers haven't arrived yet. Very upset about that. But any day now, because I listened to the comments and I've ordered on Groupon this time. The first time I spent £90 ordering them directly from the Panini website. This time I went on Groupon. I think it's 75 quid for 100 packs on Groupon. And then after I ordered them, I heard that if you order the box of 140 packs off of the Panini website, which is like 120 quid, it guarantees that within those 140 packs, you will complete the album, which I think is quite cool because that would have been a cheaper way to complete the album than what I've done. But then I guess it does take some of the fun out of it as well. I'd have to do it in little blocks. I couldn't have done the whole 140 as one pack opening. Right, there's still no interesting jobs. Cracking. Brackley's grounds near an industrial estate. There's a Waitrose and a Tesco not far from the ground. That'll make you happy. Waitrose does make me happy because they do Pie Minister pies. So I can go in there and grab myself a Kevin on the way home from work, which is always handy. I love a Kevin. I love a Kevin. In a 4-3-3, do you prefer having the midfielder at the base as a DLP or a DM? Vermonti means I will always, from now on, answer playmaker. Never used to be playmaker until Vermonti showed me just how glorious that role can be. And I've had multiple players who've done that role beautifully for me since. Fabinho and Jordan Henderson in particular have both done it for me in the Streaming Showdown. But yeah, I love the Vermonti role now. I live in Germany. Here it costs €60. See, that's cheap. Would I take the tour job if it came open? I think I'd find it hard to resist, yeah. And yes, there is a pie called the Kevin. Not only is there a pie called the Kevin, it's the vegan pie that they do. It's a quinoa, tomato, and little silver skin onions. Is that what they're called? It's a really good pie. Really tasty. We can scout worldwide now. This is beautiful. Hold on. I've got to show you the Kevin pie. Kevin, not Kevin Peterson. Kevin pie. Here it is. The plant-based Kevin pie, which I think you can only get from Waitrose. Chestnut mushroom, tomato, and quinoa with baby onions. Oh, it's such a good pie. I have that about once a week. It's delicious. And it comes with a token as well, where if you save up like 120 tokens, I can get a Pie Minister skateboard, which, you know me, full on hipster. Anna won't let me buy a skateboard. But if I get a free skateboard because I've eaten all the pies, how can she say I'm not allowed to have it? Exactly. The Kevin pie sounds so middle class. I mean, let's face it, I am middle class, aren't I? It's there's no getting away from it. I'm about as middle class as they come. Does it have the beard? I hope it has the beard. Does it call people wangs? Probably if they are wangs, yeah. Anna doesn't want me to kill myself in a skateboarding accident. It's not that she doesn't want me to kill myself. I don't think she'd mind if I killed myself on a skateboard, to clarify. What she makes very clear that she won't help me with, and this is the argument we had, because you know what I'm like, especially when I was daily vlogging, all the other daily vloggers with their boosted boards. I obviously wanted a boosted board, and I said I'm going to get a boosted board because all the other boys have got them. Same reason I got a drone that I don't use. Same reason I got the 360-degree camera I don't use. Basically everything I own, all the other boys have got them. Which is why I shouldn't go to VidCon and somewhere in the city and stuff like that. But I told her I was going to get a boosted board, and she said, if you do and you break both your arms, I am not wiping your bum. And it's a very reasonable thing to say. And it did make me think twice, because who would wipe my bum in that circumstance? As you know, I poo on average 4 times a day. If I've broken both my arms in a boosted board accident, because I'd be riding along, vlogging camera out in front of me in one hand, controller thing in the other hand, and obviously I'm going to protect all my tech if I fall off it, when I fall off it. Yeah, she made a good point. Best way to lose all the pie weight would be to skateboard. Exactly. Do you get the free pie for the same name? I wish I did, but I don't. Took me years to realize the proper pronunciation of quinoa. Yeah, I think I always knew it was quinoa, not because I'm a genius, because I only discovered it existed about a year ago. I'd never heard of it. I mean, do I look like the kind of person who's into health foods normally? I'm obviously not. And when I invented quinoa last year, when I first went vegan, Anna said, you realise I've been having that in my Marks and Spencer's salads for years. It's nice. You've always gone, not having that. But then I invented it and it was delicious. Who the hell? What is going on here? Are we offering contracts? Why are we agreeing to minimum fee release clauses? I mean, he's got good, hasn't he? We only spent 5 million on him. I don't want to do a release clause though. So on that basis, Harold Jenkins, I'm out. Because you don't have a release clause at the moment. Come back to me when you're not going to insist on a release clause and we might discuss a contract then. I'm not giving you a cheap route out of the club. What do you take me for? Nobody should allow Kev to buy anything unsupervised, I know. Absolutely. As the richest man in the FM community, you can afford to pay someone to wipe your bum. I could. Who would I get? Dave has a party, I think. Does it have to be someone else from in the FM community? I think I'd get Dave. I'm sure he's on board with it. Is he streaming now? Dave, Kev says if he breaks his arms in a skateboarding accident, he's going to pay you to wipe his bum. Are you on board with that? I bet he would be. Loves all that. Right. What have we got in the way of coaches at the moment? What do we need? We don't really. Well, we've got the best coaching setup in the whole of the championship. The one thing we need is a Guckada. How many goalkeeping coaches have we got right now? Well, we don't want another goalkeeping coach. Let's just get the best general coach that came up on that shortlist. Why is the back button not working properly today? If in doubt, get the best motivator who seems reasonably balanced. So this guy, Adam Murray. I mean, he looks like he's going to get you running in training. He just looks cross. He's angry to be here. Hi, Adam. We're here for the interview for the coach's job. Whatever. I'm just going to stand here and stare through you. All right, Adam. Would she not even do it using a pressure washer? Probably not. I did see that Mora has a contract offer, but he doesn't want to stay. So I'm not that bothered. I didn't waste that money on him. We tried to offer him a contract earlier in the year. He wasn't interested in it. I'm not that bothered about him leaving. He wasn't any good. We'll do better than him this summer. You could hide dupes, do it as a punishment. Dave's not currently streaming, but he was earlier. Hiring Dave or Viking Dan based on their comments and previous showdowns would be a fair apology. I couldn't hire Viking Dan because he'd try and wash my feet while he was there. He'd see that as an opportunity to wash my feet. I'm not having it. Would say get FNG to do it, but he'd do it. Yeah, FNG wouldn't do it. He'd just hide from me. He'd agreed to do it and then realise it was me and run away. Thomas McG06 wants me to check. What is your youth player called? And I'll check on him. Bear in mind, I haven't allocated any new ones for like 3 weeks. So if it was done within that time, you haven't got one. But let me know. Thomas McGoldrick. Thomas McGold. I'm going to assume I've not done it yet. One of the mods can check if you're still on the list. I don't have one then. You will soon, don't worry. I'll get around to it eventually. It's one of those jobs that's on the list along with releasing the Born database. 1st of May, everything changes, boys and girls. I'm going to try and get the players done before the 1st of May. But 1st of May, you're going to have so much more time. I can't wait. It's going to be revolutionary. Right, let's have a chat with... Is the transfer window open yet? I don't think it is. Once the transfer window opens, I want to talk to my director of football. But until then, we're just going to wait and see. I don't want to get too into transfers until we know what... Well, we do know what league we're in, but we need the game to know what league we're in. That's not the coach I tried to appoint. Someone else has appointed a coach. Oh, well, never mind. What happens on the 1st of May? Everything changes. 1st of May, you're going to retire and someone else will take over the channel and become LOLLUJO. That'd be brilliant. When that day eventually comes, that's how I want to do it. I don't want to just stop. I don't want to just announce that I'm not doing videos anymore. I might just get someone else with a beard and glasses to take over and see how long it takes people to notice. Because there's so... Beard and glasses racism is so rife that I genuinely think about 70% of my audience wouldn't notice as long as it was someone with a beard and glasses. They're just like, oh, he sounds a bit different. Looks like he's lost a bit of weight. But he does look absolutely identical to Kev. So it must be him. Could you put glasses on Dave? He'd eaten. He's a monster. We're just going to keep scouting. Who are the best players that are available? As ever, we're not going to sign anyone over the age of 23. Just because we're in the Premier League, I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want to sign a bunch of old men. So, the best players we could bring in. Looks like the best players are the cream of the Championship, which I don't know that I necessarily want Championship cream. But does that silly rule about only 6 foreign players apply in the Premier League as well? Where you can only sign 6 players. You can only sign 6 foreign under 23 players over the course of a season. Because that quarters out in January. So if that's the case, we might just have to raid the championship. Take a break first, then get someone to do it so they wouldn't notice as much. Get my brother to take over. Nah. Beard and glasses blindness is definitely a thing. Even my mum didn't recognise me because my beard made me look like any old man. The amount of times I get told I look exactly like Ramesh Ranganathan because we both have beard and glasses. Someone tweeted at him the other day asking him when he started doing Football Manager YouTube, which I thought was brilliant. That Skillshare thing. Mods! Can we update the Skillshare link, please? To the one that was on yesterday's vlog. Thank you, please. To be fair, you do look just like him because we've both got a beard and glasses. He shaved his beard though, didn't he? I think he's beardless now. I think. Hold on. We need to check. This is important. Ramesh Ranganathan. See, I've been compared to him so many times. I know how to spell his name. I'm sure he's clean shaven now. Clean shaven. Yeah, look. What has he done to himself? Does he still look like me now? Does he still look like me now? Or was it literally just the beard and glasses? So, I look identical to that man, do I? Or was it just the beard and glasses? Beard and glasses? Oh, that's Kev. Oh, no, that's nothing like Kev. He looks entirely different. A bunch of monsters. Some picture of Kev and some of Ramesh. Exactly. Shave the beard. I mean, I have now cracked open my Manscaped thing. So I Manscaped myself. Got my ball toner and my ball deodorant. I'm gonna tone my balls in a bit, I think. I won't do it live on stream. Can't wait to tone my balls. Kevin just gave you a Prime sub. Thank you very much. It's not come through for some reason, but I'm sure it will in a moment, and I'll thank you again. But for now, thank you the first time. Have I used the Manscaped thing yet? No, I only recorded the clip for it today, and I've got to get approval of it first. I'm not gonna soil it until I know I'll never have to show it to camera again, because as part of the ad read, I have to show it to camera like that. And what I don't want to do is hold it up to camera like that and there just be pubes coming off of it. So I figured, let's make sure I don't have to do any reshoots. And then just everything's coming off. I'm going to be hairless. Utterly hairless. Should be pubes on it, proves you've used it. I don't know that that's the marketing push they're looking for. I don't think they need to prove that I've used it. I think they just want me to show how great it is. I watched your video about your sponsorship. Thought it was very interesting, man, because I'm a nosy Parker. Lovely stuff. Thank you for updating the Skillshare thing, Scotty. Beautiful. So that's the most up-to-date Skillshare thing. If anyone is desperate to do Skillshare right now, that's the most up-to-date link. So that one should still have space for those first 1,000 people to get the free trial. There you go, Polar. It's come through now. Twitter. Thank you very much. What is the days to go thing on my Twitter? That's how many days to go until everything changes. It's all going to be different. Everything changes. Everything changes. Am I still enjoying Vikings War of Clans? I'll level with you. I've not played it for like 2 weeks. I'm sure I will go back to it, but being ill just kind of threw me off completely. I got out of all my routines, including the routine of playing that a lot. So yeah, not really touched it since. It was fun, but it's not as addictive as Raid Shadow Legends was. That really got under my skin. Right, let's get all these. Poor sad young Kev. Oh, how do I not sign poor sad young Kev? Get scout report. Poor sad. Oh, he still looks so sad. Oh, poor sad young Kev. Oh, dear. Oh, I really feel for him. It's time to bring him to Sheffield. He's had enough. He's had enough in Bristol. Who wants to be in Bristol when you could go to the north? Poor sad young Kev. Someone say Charlie Barnacle's on there too. Charlie Barnacle II is on here. Is he the one that we had at Clyde? No. This is the other one. So he's also at Bristol City. Bristol City, you've got a couple of good players. Did Bristol City get relegated? Ooh, is there going to be relegation release clauses on them? Hold the phone, boys and girls. Is there potential? There's a lot of Bristol City players on here. Have we got release clauses that we can jump on? Apparently not. Where's Barnacle II? You got a release clause? No. Well, what's the point then? Let me just... No. That's annoying. I guess they weren't expecting to get relegated. They've been in the Premier League for ages. Poor sad young Kev's their captain. It's weird that he's so sad when he's their captain. You'd think he'd be happy. Who wants poor sad young Kev? Leeds. Doesn't want to go to Leeds when he could come to Sheffield United. I won't know until scouting finishes. Okay. The release clause, if existent, isn't active yet. Can't watch most streams. Who is poor sad young Kev? He's just... I don't even know why... I don't know. He looked sad. And I wanted a name in the game player. So I picked him because he looked sad. Do a team scout report on the 3 relegated teams. See, I've never done this. Just feels cheating. But in the interests of trying to find out about those players, how do you do it? Is it a team report? Is that what I want? Never done this before. This feels like cheating. How's the new Elgato capture card? I mean, at the moment, it's an excellent paperweight still in its box. I haven't got time to set it up. It's another one of those things I just haven't got time to deal with. I'll get around to it eventually. But at the moment, I've not set it up. But it is ready to go as soon as I can find the time to do it. Did you have a look at the thing I sent out on Twitter to help you with your internet for Anna and Andy? I don't recall seeing such a thing. When did you send that? Release clause will only show when they're in championship when the leagues took over for the new season start. Okay. Okie doke. Have I used the Mac Mini yet? Yes, I've been using that for everything that's not video, basically, and even non-gaming video. I've been doing on that. That'll be my main computer now, and I'll just use these two when I absolutely have to because they're filthy Windows machines. Ugh. That I'm forced into using because Macs annoyingly won't let me plug capture cards into them. Sad young Curve looks more like a younger, sadder Ramesh. Amazing. Right. Has the playoff final still not happened? This seems to be this end of season as we wait for the season to end seems to be dragging. So Wolves are the ones who've missed out. Fulham are going to be joining us in the Premier League. Justice is done. The team that finished 4th hasn't come up, so I think that's probably fair. Happy, happy days. CJ wants me to check on his player. Is he just called CJ? CJ? We can probably find him if he is. Bum, 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 bum. CJ. No, hold on. CJ. CJ plays of them. There we go. You are at Chelsea. You're worth £71 million, CJ. I think it's fair to say you are not signing for us ever with that kind of value. 1 cap, 1 goal for England as well. You also look pretty sad though. You and young sad Kev would probably make a good couple. Just miserable. Pair of miseries. Hey, hands up if you're the manager of the year. Oh, both hands. Why? As my face there you go. My hands are up. I don't know why I disappeared. Oh, for a second there, it was like watching a Work the Space video. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Right. Things have been triggered. Does that mean these contract clauses have been triggered? Can we now rob poor sad young Kev? Scouting required still. Still no mention. Boo. Just said Llanelli are getting a takeover. Are they? Excellent. Well, I hope they throw loads of money at the club. We're bringing in a new Pahizio, which is nice. I mean, that fee is a joke. Why would he cost that little? Because he's out of contract at the end of the year. What the hell? What have I done here? Sign a new contract. Does he look Spanish to you? He is Spanish. Boom, 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 boom. None of that really excites me. If we go to Manchester City. Should we go to CSKA Moscow? No, we won't. I'm actually thinking I want somewhere in France, or I want like a big Dutch club. I don't want to feel like I'm taking a backward step with the next move. Purple Monk Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. So realistically, I mean, if it was a really big Austrian team, there's like 3, isn't there? I'd go there. If it was probably anyone in the top half of Ligue 1, I'd go. A real top Swiss team, like a Europe. When I say top team, I'm talking teams in Europe, in Austria, Switzerland, Holland, Turkey, Portugal. But yeah, I think whatever we do, it has to be Europe next. Is what I'm looking for. I am getting rid of Russia. That's a very good point. Germany, I've spent too many times. Germany, Spain and Italy I've managed in too many times. So we're not going there. We're doing something new and interesting and different, rather than just doing the same old countries we always do. Right. You can have a new contract, Mr. Roundtree. You're not having any of this nonsense. That can get out of town. Cracking. Absolutely terrific. Just need to sort come out. There you go. He's happy now. Buy for Man City, and if they offer, just don't go. Yeah, but they won't give it to me, will they? What about Turkey? Turkey's on the options list, definitely. But it would need to be like Champions League level in Turkey for me to consider going. I'm a Premier League manager now. I'm not going to go and manage a team in the bottom half of the Turkish league. We still have to loosely follow non-lethal legend rules. When you get the chance, look at the tweet I tagged you and explain the signature to BT. They should send it out for free. That's what they did for me. Is it one of those? Is it a bunch of those dish things? Hello, Ramesh. Because if so, I've got a load of those arrived today as part of the new installation thingy. Where am I looking? New machine's going to wait for the M1. The M1 Mac Mini is awesome, Christopher. If you're watching, you should buy one. It's cheap and awesome. I don't see that you've tweeted it at me. Unless this is you. Is this you? That's you. BT Broadband Extender Flex 1000 kit. I don't think we need that because we've got something else. We'll see how we are after Thursday. It should be fine. Trabzonspor only finished 6th. That's not top for me. They're not going to be in the Champions League with 6th place finish. Not close to the level I would want to be at. Yeah, they're not in Europe at all. Which means not going there. Get good at football, idiots. That's what I would say to them. Why not go to Job Centre and see what jobs your favourite manage? I'm not sure what you mean. Ukraine, we're binning off just to keep the game running fast. Here's me hydrating. Russia as well, we're binning off. What's happened to my internet? Nothing's happened to it yet, but on Thursday, if all goes well, we finally get our full fibre to the home. Hooray! Why are we leaving Sheffield United? Because we're not going to win the league. We've done what we came to do. We came here to get them into the Premier League. We've got them into the Premier League. That's job done, really. How much further can we take Sheffield United? Other than spending 8 years here and slowly building, doing same old, same old. No, you're not having a release clause. Just not going to happen. It will just be the same old, slowly building up, doing football manager things, winning the Champions League, blah, 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 blah. And it's not interesting. I do it too often. So we're going to go somewhere and do something different. We basically go into each club with a plan for what the job that we've got to do is. So in Wales, we wanted to win the Welsh Premier League. In Scotland, we wanted to get to the SPL, and we practically did it and then left and they bottled it. Here, we wanted to get to the Premier League. And now I'm ready to move on, but similar to how we stayed at Llanelli a long time, I'm not going to go and do a job that doesn't interest me just for the sake of moving on. So I'm now listening to offers. But if the right club doesn't come up, we'll stick around. It'll be fine. Let's hire a couple more skates. Make sure that we're maxed out for all this stuff. First time to stream. Love your YouTube videos. Much love. Thank you very much. Welcome along. Will my internet have to be switched off? Yes. For like 3 hours, I should think. But you already have full fibre. I do not. Would I go to Belarus or not immediately? No. Because I've got all these other leagues on at the moment. So I'll only go to the ones that I've got loaded currently. Who knows where we'll end up long term? I don't really, like we've said since the start of this save, there's not really a plan for how long this save is going to be. Eventually we'll get a point where we're like, yeah, I think this career's done. Let's, I think this career's done. Let's start a new save. Do I care about this guy? Why have I let his contract run down so far? I feel like he should probably get a new contract. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jack, thank you for the 28-month sub. 28 months, eh? What a time to be alive. The best 28 months of your life. You're welcome. Has he been playing? I don't think he got a work permit, did he? I think we brought him in and then he didn't get a work permit. But theoretically, he should be our best centre-back based on that star rating. It's going to be interesting to see if he is when he comes back. Yeah, he can go. I'm not sure about this. These two can probably leave. We'll do his extension, that's fine. But the rest of them can get out of my club. These can all go. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. What's the longest season I've ever done? What, as in the most number of seasons in a save? 30, probably. 30 or 40. somewhere around about there. How excited am I for the 1st of May out of 10? 10. Everything changes. The extender more or less gives you a hardwired connection throughout the house. Is it using home plugs? Is that what it is? Because if so, we've used them before. They're all right. I wouldn't get overexcited about having them. What mic do I have? This is a Shure SM7B. There it is, look. Is my kit.co page up to date? Shall we have a look? It's probably close to up to date. There's probably a few bits that need changing. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look together? I should probably do it on the computer where you can actually see it. Ah! Just saw a massive version of my face appear on screen. It's Kev again. Kit.co/LOLLUJO. So, oh, handsome. It's Ramesh Ranganathan again. So, my complete YouTube Twitch studio setup. I've got a 90D now, which I now use as my vlog camera. Although, to be fair, the 80D is what I'm using now. Yeah, that's my second one. That's all right. Yes, I use that monitor. I don't use these ones anymore, so they can come off. I gave them to Sheepdog. Still use them. Don't use that anymore. Do still use that. I've replaced these two capture cards now with this one, although I'm not actually using them yet. I'll still use the 4K one for game capture. That microphone's been replaced with the Shure, but I'm still using the same. I'm still using those headphones. I've replaced the LifeX Beam with the Nano Leafs. Still using the Logitech stuff. I've replaced those floodlights with Philips Hue floodlights, which I can now control with my Amazon Echo. I still use the cheap Amazon tripods because they're great. I've replaced that Lavalier microphone with a Rode one. I still use the yellow cables because yellow cables are cool. Don't use that anymore. Do still use them. And that and that. Don't use that anymore. Do still use those. Yes, yes. And that's not my watch. It's sort of up to date. It's not a million miles away. I probably do need to update it. It can go onto the to-do list of things that I need to update at some point, but gotta wait for the 1st of May when, all together now, everything changes. Beautiful. It's the 1st of May Streamer Showdown weekend. No, I don't think. No. Learned how FM works, thanks to you. Now I'm loving it. Excellent. Glad you're enjoying it. New main picture on famous birthdays. I don't have any control over that. They do what they want. It's nothing to do with me. I could email them and ask them very nicely. Guess you should list the Goxler on that page. It was on there, wasn't it? I'm sure the Goxler was on that page. New PC. No. Not recently. 1st of May, everything changes. Am I killing everyone? No, I'm not killing anyone. Before everything changes, you'll have to become Kevy 6 times. I haven't got enough fingers. That's the... What is going on? There's something being smashed. It's like there's a burglar in my house. I hope there's not, because I'm busy. Can't deal with a burglar at the moment. But that's... What is going on out there? I hope that's Hannah smashing stuff. My goodness. Where are we? Actually, what, you're telling me famous birthdays have changed it? That's not something for my to-do list. Famous birthdays, Kevin Chapman, YouTube. Oh my word, they've updated it. Ha ha ha. Have they updated the text? They sort of have a little bit. I'm still associated with whoever the hell Reeve is. Yeah, this is kind of updated. Well done, famous birthdays. Good work. Obviously, me trashing them got back to them. We need to get that second thumb attachment. A second thumb would be handy. Which mainly features vlogs. It does mainly feature vlogs. Did that say secondary channel LOLLUJO? Oh, get out of here. How do you complain? Secondary channel. Do I have to send them my what I make in a year video? Secondary my eye. If it was my secondary channel, I'd be skint. Is engaged to Anna LOLLUJO. How is that inaccurate? That's completely accurate. I am engaged to Anna LOLLUJO. There she is. Gamer and fiance of YouTube star Kevin Chapman, better known as LOLLUJO. See, they've got it right there, better known as LOLLUJO. But they haven't updated hers for a while because it still mentions LOLLUJO vlogs. And she's associated with Ed Sheeran because she took a picture of his waxwork in 2017. Oh, yeah. Yes, you did see Andy on Famous Birthdays. He's on there somewhere. There he is. He's a YouTube star as well, but that's massively out of date. The girls are on it as well somewhere, but they're not hyperlinked. Yeah. So there's Lucy's page. She's a YouTube star. And Amy is also a YouTube star, apparently. We're all YouTube stars. That's how we roll. We're a family of YouTube stars. Who'd have thought? You can... What? I can edit that page? Is it a wiki? Someone else do it for me. I can't be bothered. Someone else change it so that the vlog channel is a secondary channel. Right, he's signed a new contract, which didn't seem to... So he's been granted a work permit, so he should now come back into the squad and be able to play, which is going to be handy. It's no longer called the vlog channel. I mean, it's always going to be... What else would I call it? It's always going to be the vlog channel. Is Jack on Famous Birthdays? I don't know. It feels like you're in a better position to find that out than I am by just having a look, rather than me disturbing the entire stream to have a look. Plus, the world's opened up again. There'll be vlogs again on the channel occasionally. Now I can go out and about again. The important thing is not family vlogs. That's the message I'm trying to get across to people. They're not going to get loads of Andy videos, but I'll still vlog. I'd call it my personal channel where I sit and talk about stuff for a week. Yeah, but that's not what it is. That's what it's been during lockdown because we haven't been able to leave the house. But the video that comes out this week will be a vlog, probably, because we're out all day tomorrow. I'll take cameras. I'll probably do a vlog. And it will come out on Sunday. So now we can go out and about again. There will be vlogs from time to time. And then sometimes there won't be. Sometimes it will be sit-down videos and it will just be me. I mean, because remember, it's me sitting down and talking to camera. That's a vlog. Back when YouTube was shiny and new and Zoella and Alfie Days were the kings and queens of YouTube, they were described as vloggers. She'd just sit on her bed talking into a camera, and that would be called a vlog. When did that stop being? It's Casey Neistat's fault. Going anywhere nice? Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Barack Backer is in for 3.5 million quid. Zedman, thank you very much for the sub, for the whole year of subs. Lovely stuff. On famous Leo birthdays, Andy's 5th, 17th is Andy Legg, 30th is Andy Hessenthaler. Nice. My goodness, that website is a joke. So I have to ask, because it's the thing that's trending today. Has anyone been to a beer garden today? I obviously haven't, because, you know, don't drink. Not a lot of point in me going to a beer garden. It's been freezing and I don't have any friends, so I have no desire to go and sit outside in the cold. Why did we spend £5 million on this guy if we're not ever going to play him? I mean, we're not going to sell him. We want our 5 million back, thanks. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've not left the house. That's the spirit. I'll wait till it warms up and we can go indoors. Fair enough. I'm the only FM YouTuber on famous birthdays. I dare say I'm not on there because of Football Manager. It's because of the vlog. What's on my t-shirt? Super Mario World and a SNES controller. Not Primark either. Yeah, I also managed to avoid Primark. We are making a big loss on this guy. Yeesh. Now they can pay his value. Not letting him go for $250,000. I passed the barber while walking the dog. Had a massive queue outside. Yeah. I can't imagine why anyone would be that desperate to go on the first day they're open again. I mean, I get people not being able to leave the house and needing to get a haircut and all that stuff. I do get all that. But I've never been so desperate for a haircut that I'd queue for one. I certainly wouldn't have queued for one today. Did I sign him? Yes. There you go. That's more like it. Can we'll take that one, and everyone else can bump up to that level. Excellent. I'm more famous than Jason Manford. Damn straight. Haircut booked for Thursday after the rush. I'll just cut my own hair at some point this week. Now I've got all of my different trimming devices. I'll do my hair, beard, and everything else all in one go. And it's going to be stunning. Harold Jenkins wants a new contract. Well, I want you to have a new contract, Harold. But we tried to sort this out earlier on in the stream, and you got stupid about wanting a £4 million release clause or whatever ridiculous amount it was. And you ain't getting one. We don't do release clauses. So let's see. Your agent's a turd. I'm not. You're not having it.
I'm a nut. I'm a nut. I'm a nut.
No. You'll just have to not have a new contract. How long have you got left on this one? 2 years. I'll wait. I'm happy. Avid Crumb. Thank you very much for the sub. I book an appointment for my haircut when the barber's open. No need to queue. I've never booked an appointment for a haircut either. I can't imagine ever planning that I was going to have a haircut. I usually just get my haircut when it needs getting cut. I'll just think, oh, I need a haircut. And in the old days, I would then go and get a haircut. These days, I just get the clippers out and cut my hair. I can't imagine thinking I'm probably going to need a haircut in a week and a half. I have never been that detailed with my hair planning. Have we ticked over into the Premier League yet? Seems like it's taking forever. It's the middle of June. In the unlikely event that you can unlock those locked in release clauses, you're not supposed to be able to, so I'm not going to. If you can do it, it's a glitch. So I'm not going to use a glitch. Kevs don't glitch. That is one of the rules of being a Kev. One must not glitch. One has to follow the spirit of the rules in addition to following the rules. Who the hell is he and why is he Peterborough manager? Nat Han Jones. He does not look 56 years old. Who's he managed? Half of them teams look made up. Oh! Apple Tango. Excellent. mainly because his picture's 10 years old. I mean, that might have something to do with it. I'd like to think the picture's age, though. I presume that isn't the Nathan Jones. I don't know who the Nathan Jones is. Boom, boom, boom. Doo, doo. Luton manager. Luton still have a football team. I've updated famous birthdays for me. Oh, God. Do I even want to know what you've done? Does it just update? YouTube star and avid gamer. Well, it still says I've got a secondary channel. That hasn't... I'm going to boost myself, though. I don't know what that does, but... Everyone go in there and boost me. That is a terrible photograph. That's been taken off my Instagram. That was me saying, look how bad the haircut I've just given myself is. And they've used that as my main picture. I hate the world. There are better photographs of me than that one. Like me hanging out with the Undertaker's clothes at Comic-Con. So many of them have got W.H. Smiths in the background. These are just selfies off of Instagram. I mean, that is a quality photograph right there. Why don't I use that one as my main profile? Bum, 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 bum. Refresh. I swear I changed it. Refresh again. No. It obviously needs to be verified by someone who knows what they're talking about. Right. Naughty. Holy hell, we spent a lot of money on him. Luckily, that one wasn't me. But now we're just going to let him go out on loan. This shows how bad the transfer policy was before I arrived. They spent £13 million on him, plus a player, presumably. And I'm just going to let him go for nothing. He can go out on loan for a year and then be released for free. Terrible transfers before I arrived. Someone take him off my hands. Just checked. Think I need to verify. Boo. Right, there you go. You can go to one of these two. Get out of here. It's famous birthdays. You never have any idea what they're talking about. Yeah, exactly. Wants a payoff. What sort of payoff? 300,000. Yeah, you can have 300,000 to get out of here. Basically, that's the fee that they're going to give me. I just give the entire transfer fee to him. And then he gets out of here, which is fair enough. Tommy Topley was playing games towards the end of the season, wasn't he? Obviously not very many, so he can go out on loan. He's not a Premier League player, is he? Will I move clubs? If the right job comes up, yeah. Says you're engaged to Anna. Yeah, I am engaged to Anna. Do people not know that? We've been engaged for like 8 years. Check Anna's trivia on famous birthdays. Trivia. She featured the family's pet dog Dave on I mean, that's trivia right there. These are, you can tell when they made this page. This page, I predict, was made in April or May 2017, because they've just taken her most recent Instagram pictures from that time and then a couple of the comments off of Instagram. Goodness me. How'd I propose? Really brilliantly, romantically. I am a hero. A romantic hero. There was unicorns involved and all sorts. Anna LOLLUJO. That's what her professional name is. Bearing in mind, neither of those are her real name. But that's what she's known as on the interwebs. Yep, you can leave. We should probably start buying some players in a minute. I just want us to tick over and be a Premier League team first. Feels victimised that I put him down in the under-23s. My word. When are we getting married? No plans to at the moment. It says our actual surname as well at the bottom. So it does. It doesn't have our actual first name though. So that's still not our full name. Come on, we need these leagues to tick. Not the leagues, just the leagues to tick over. We want the new season to start. Oh, we're nearly there, I think. Marriage stream when we get someone sponsoring us to do it. Like I'm going to pay for my own wedding. It needs to be sponsored and gifted and paid for by somebody else. Weddings are expensive. The thing with weddings is you have to spend a lot of money on them. So I followed Beyonce's advice. I put a ring on it, but I'm not now going to follow that up with 10 grand on a party. Not a chance. Hydrate. I mean, we both, and it's not just me being a monster. We've both agreed on that many times. If we decided we had a spare 10 grand that we wanted to just spend on something, there's a dozen things higher up the list than having a wedding. Boom. Did you see Marcus Madison's Instagram? He might retire from playing football. That doesn't surprise me. He never really enjoyed it. He wants to be a tattoo man, doesn't he? I haven't seen it, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Why I'm getting married this Friday. No possibility of a party. Nice. Marley, thank you very much for the sub. House deposit would be that way to spend 10k. That's probably even further down the list than getting married. I've made my thoughts on that clear many times over. I don't get the obsession with buying a house. I'll buy a house when I've got so much money that I don't know what to do with it. Then it'll be like, I may as well buy a house now. Until then, I'd rather accumulate money. Miles has just tweeted, strawberry Cocoa Pops are absolutely fantastic. That does sound pretty good. Sounds very nice. Marcus Madison has a lot of talent, but not the best attitude. Yeah, he's not that into being a footballer. He's made enough money. I don't know how sensible he's been with his money, but theoretically, he should have made enough money to set himself up for life. And he can just open a little tattoo shop and just be reasonably well off for the rest of his life doing what he enjoys doing. From listening to what you said about Madison, I immediately thought his loan with us would terminate early. Yeah. Nipped to the shop, only wanted some bread, came back with a new house. Yeah, people do love buying houses. You consider it an investment as well. But he's not getting any joy from a winning team fighting for promotion. Yeah, because he doesn't enjoy playing football. That's why every club he's ever been at, it's ultimately ended on a sour note. Because he just hasn't enjoyed doing it. Right, here we go. Here we go. Now we're finally going to be awarded our Premier League status. And we can see if we've got these relegation release clauses we can jump on. If there's no nice relegation release clauses, we'll just start spending money properly, I guess. Oh, we want a wage budget for a loan manager. I mean, let's get the priorities right. Yes, please, we'll have a loan manager. We need to fight bravely against a relegation. I can do that. Hang on, do we already have a loan manager? So we already have a loan manager, but we can now pay him more wages. I'm not going to. He hasn't asked. we'll probably just stay as we are. If it's all the same with you, bored. Right. We're now Premier League side. Which means these rascals. Has he got a release clause? No. Poor sad young Kev. What about the other fella? Barnacle. Has he got a release clause? No. So we've waited half the summer. But nothing. No good reason. What jobs are available? Why is there so many Welsh jobs available? I thought Wales has been binned off now. Why does Wales still exist? Wales and Scotland were supposed to be removed. We'll try again. It's going to take another year now to get rid of them. What have I got to do to get rid of Wales and Scotland? Right. Where's my director of football? Let's see what he's got for me. I don't really know what we need. We've kind of got one of those squads that's reasonably well balanced for the league that we're in. And the vast majority of the players probably aren't good enough for this league. So we kind of need to replace everybody, but we've not got close to the budget to replace everybody. So we probably just need to get one or two that look really good. And be happy with that. Amendoim. I want him. He's got a great name. Has he got a release clause? Newcastle got relegated. He's surplus to requirements at Newcastle. But he's better than anyone else. He's better than anyone we've got in those positions. I'm not spending £27 million on a player that relegated Newcastle don't think is good enough for them. This guy's name's really mixed up. I mean, I'll let him have Lewis Keane Potter or Lewis Potter Keane, but Keane Lewis Potter, that's not a name. That name is in the wrong order, young man. It said 13 million. Where did it say 13 million? Am I looking in the wrong place? Where are you seeing 13 million on there?
What are your thoughts on Jack Marriott struggling at Derby and now Wednesday?
Managers don't know how to use him. He needs to come home. The scout report said 13 million. Okay. I'll allow it then. I still don't necessarily want him, I don't think. What do we want? I'll tell you what we want, what we really, really want. We want to extend his contract. Right, we need centre-backs and a striker and some mid... We just need all of the players. All of the players needed. Right, best players currently available. Zafar Saglam. Deep line forward. No, I've had enough of deep line forwards. I'm done with them. They don't work. Reece Manship. I do like the idea of having a Manship in my team. So he's at Leicester on loan. He possesses great pace. See, we don't. This is the thing. We don't really need him. We've got Prieto. He might leave, and he is better than what we've got on the other side. So I guess we're going to try for the Manship. So what do we reckon? 12 million, maybe, on instalments. Should we see if we can? Let's see if we can. It's going to be one of those summers where, because our entire squad is roughly equivalent quality, it's going to seem a little bit random what we're doing. But we're just going to improve where we can. Not necessarily where it would appear that we need to. Yasin Gurvan is a 6'4" left back who can also play centre back. This seems like my kind of player. He'd be our best left back by a mile. Maybe. He's not fully scouted. He's only 20% scouted. He probably needs to be scouted a little bit more. Was that other guy properly scouted? 48%. We really should scout a bit more. I'm going to scout a bit more before we sign him. Have we got the filter on for... Yes, we have. That's all right then. Are we going to get Amendoim? Amendoim. How many goals did he score? 6. He got 18 in the championship the year before. So, as a striker, he is better than what we've got. You know what? Let's see if we can get him reasonably cheap. He's got a good name. Amendoim. I like his name. Yeah, I'm not paying £27.5 million for him, though. They can bite me. Absolute nonsense. Rolo, thank you very much for the sub. Right. God, look at the amount of money this guy wants. That's insane. We can't pay that kind of money, surely. Get this nonsense off as well. There we go. We might be about to make our first signing of the summer. I'm the manager of Barca, and we advance into the knockout stages. We played Zenit. Also, Bayern was knocked into the Europa League by me and Atlanta. Lovely. Right. Come on then. Oh, a recruitment meeting. Love a recruitment meeting. I forgot we had a Ward Prowse. See, I spent a lot of money on players we didn't need. I feel like that's going to be the theme of this summer as well. We've got so much money to spend, we're just going to buy all of the players. And some of them might get in the team. It's been a very scattergun transfer policy at Sheffield United. And somehow it's worked. Don't know that it's going to work in the Premier League. Do I know who's the next team for non-league? I do. We talked about it earlier in the stream. I think that's why you're asking. I think you already heard me talk about it. These are an interesting group of players. Orville Staple. What a name. Why would I want a 31-year-old? What good is a 31-year-old for anything? Someone else will tell you, CJ. See who remembered. Alfie Towers. Kayshawn Head. I think Curve is 007, but I'm not sure. As he signs like a Wookiee. I do sign like a Wookiee, whatever that means. Sings. That wasn't the part I was confused about. What is Wookiee? Dean Long. Did I watch WrestleMania? I've watched a few of the matches. I wasn't going to sit and watch the whole thing. I have too much important stuff to do, like playing Football Manager, sit and watch the whole of WrestleMania, especially because most of it was trash. I watched the bits that were any good, though. I did, however, watch the whole of the Chris Jericho Steve Austin interview, which I thought was excellent. So I've watched the full 2 hours of that and probably about 90 minutes of WrestleMania in total over the weekend. I enjoyed the interview much more than I enjoyed any of WrestleMania. I think you missed a contract offer, did I? We'll be all right. We're one of those. It's that kind of save. We're being a little bit loosey goosey. If we accidentally let a player go that we didn't want to let go, then so be it. What are we going to do? It's the worst that could happen. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Okay. How are we doing for contract offery things? We're all good. May have missed you saying this. If you have, what are my thoughts on Brock Lesnar going to AEW? He won't. It's my main thought on it. He just won't. Goodbye, Narty. What do we want? Footballers. When do we want them? This evening. What do we want? Footballers. When do we want them? Ow. Should we sign all the wingers? Should we just spend all summer signing wingers? See, this is why the Premier League's ridiculous. They want 22 million for this guy who they paid $500,000 for, and he's played once and didn't score. And I think that now makes him worth 22 million. Or, sorry, between 12 and 17 million. I'm just not going to buy anyone all summer because every player I look at, I'm going to think, well, there's no value to be had there. I'm bargain hunting because we haven't got a huge amount of money to play with. We're not necessarily staying at Sheffield United. If the right job comes up, we'll still leave. It hasn't. So we haven't. Really hope the mute button worked there because I just did a thunderous burp. Oh my word. Ooh. Ooh. My word. Tell me the mute worked. Or else I'm horrified. Must have worked. I'm good. Some of you are monsters. I would have just ended the stream if you'd have heard that because it was hideous. One of the worst noises to ever come out of me. I knew it was going to be, but my word, I didn't realise it was going to be quite like it was. I'm so glad I muted it. Why are we getting recommended all these old men? This isn't a retirement home. This is a Premier League football club. Don't want a deep line forward. I do want the manship. I kind of want this guy, even though he's not properly scouted, just because he's big. And you know I like him big. I don't know how many of these young foreigners we're going to be able to get, though. See, Liverpool and Man City both want him, so that means Kev, go get him. That's just an indication. Not only do we go and try and get him, but we are going to offer him all of the money. Just go and get him with bells on. And hope Man City and Liverpool don't notice I'm doing it. He's wanted by Ajax, which is a good sign as well. So maybe... See, he's not as good as Prieto, though. If Prieto's leaving... So I guess we have to sell him this year. If he's not going to sign a new contract, we probably have to move him on. Is there anyone else who's wanted by the big clubs who's out of contract? So expiring within the next month. We're just looking for anyone who's wanted by big clubs. So he's wanted by reasonable sized clubs. He's certainly better than anything we've got. So let's try and bring him in. And then he's wanted by meh. He's wanted by Peterborough. Okay. Okay. Trying to keep up with the chat and you just all have conversations with each other. I'll go, shall I? Shish. Who's Daniel Harper? Get out of here, Daniel Harper. You're not good enough. Go wherever anyone wants you. My offer for Johan Costa. Is he the... He's the one who everyone else wanted, but they haven't come in for yet. If we can sneak that youngster under the radar, that would be brilliant. I'll stop talking. Thank you. Much appreciated. Right. Sven's on his way out. On loan somewhere. Posture check. Da, 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 da. Somebody give me some players. Or like 300 million to spend. Hydrate. Okay. This is becoming a frustrating summer, as the first season in the Premier League can often be. Right, we're getting the manship. I don't care if he leaves. We've at least signed a player. It's a swoop, apparently, according to that. Love a swoop. What they called me, old swoopy in some circles. Old swoopy. Oh, here he is, look. Here he is. Give him a squad number. Everybody gets a squad number. He gets number 7. We've never given such a normal squad number to anybody. There we go. We have a new winger who can play on either side. Beautiful. Got 15 goals and 11 assists for Sunderland last year. In the... What? Oh, no, they got promoted with us. I was going to say. So we've taken one of the teams, one of the best players from one of the teams that got promoted with us. That seems like a reasonable piece of transfer business. I wonder why they didn't. Right, we're getting the guy from Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, we'll take him. We want the other guy as well. I want to make sure you stay alive, so hydrate and posture check, but I'm saving for my youth player with my channel points. That's reasonable. Everyone else will make sure I drink and sit up straight. Don't worry. Everyone's on top of it. Is the Apple Tango the same taste as when it was for sale in the UK? Yeah, it's the same stuff. It's delicious. I mean, this guy's ambitious. He's going to try and learn English before he arrives. He arrives in 2 days. If he turns up fluent in English, the man's a genius. We'll have a look at his English levels when he gets here. Bum, 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 ba-da. Do, 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 do. Check the squad view of the relegated Prem teams to see clauses. I don't want to go and find players that way. The players that I already wanted, I was interested to see if they had clauses. But I don't want to just go and pick the bones off of relegated teams. I need to be Einstein to speak English fluently within 2 days. Was Einstein known for learning languages in 2 days? I don't know that that was Einstein's skill necessarily. Right. We've released 11 players. Fair enough. Give Prieto a new contract. See if my doff can give him one. Unwilling to consider renewing contract. Locksmead, thank you very much for the sub. 13 months. Watching this instead of my team Everton because they were bleep and boring. Good. I'm better than Everton. Watching my streams is better than watching boring old football. Who wants to watch football? The only reason people watch football is so they have something to moan about on Twitter. Moan about me on Twitter. It's fine. You killed 2 birds with 1 stone that way. Is it the 1st of July yet? I hope so. Don't mind me as a Liverpool fan here. Liverpool. Never heard of them. Don't even know. This is why I shouldn't drink drinks with sugar in. I think I was being a tugboat. I don't really know. It's because I need to put a suit on. When I'm wearing a suit, I behave myself. I was tugging. Yes, I was tugging. It's all this... Oh! Mr. Potential. Millhall. Right, Sven is gone. Mora is gone. Don't even know who he is, but he's gone. He's gone. We're getting rid of everybody. For any of these hours, he's gone. We've signed a coffee shop. Brilliant. Are we getting the other guy? The guy that everybody else wanted. I want him. Is he still on our bringing him in list? Is anyone else in for him yet? Surely you got to come and sign for us, Matthias. Come on now. You know what's good for you. Did anyone else claim their 50p cost today? I thought that was supposed to be tomorrow. I didn't realise it was today. I thought it was tomorrow and later in the week. Maybe. I mean, if you've done it, I will bow to your expertise on the matter. But my understanding was it was later in the week. This Matthias guy is supposed to be a £5 million player that we could be effectively getting for free. George, I will check on your player. George Ham. You are at Wolves, where you've been for a long time, and you're now a championship player. We're bigger than you now because we are Premier League. Yes. Right, where is my buddy? Shall we see if there's any decent free transfers knocking about, as it is the 1st of July. It's not really the done thing when we arrive in the Premier League, but there might be the odd. There is nobody who's good enough available on a free transfer, it seems. Wow. Okay, let's look for all of the other types of footballer. We don't really need more wingers. We keep signing wingers. We keep signing centre-backs. Problem with the centre-backs is they're generally rubbish, so we could probably still do with a couple more of them. You can never have too many. Let's get all of this lot scouted. What am I doing wrong here? Don't know why I can't select all. What is going on with my hands? Right, what is going on? Is my keyboard on the wrong computer or something? There we go. Don't know why I couldn't select all then. Sad poor young Kev is a centre-back, but he's a very expensive one. And I don't really want to spend that kind of money on anybody this summer. I mean, I just don't think we can justify the amount of money he's likely to cost. It would require us to significantly improve our squad before you'd consider joining. We're in the league above you, poor sad young Kev, you moron. Do I play any other games other than FM? Yes, lots of games. I just don't stream them. Because people like to watch me play Football Manager because it's the best game. There's really slim pickings. This is going to be a painful summer. Name a few. You name a few. I probably play them. What's the best Kev style name I've ever found? I don't know what you mean by a Kev style name. Avengers. I mean, Avengers is trash. As in the game. The movies are good. The comics are good. The game was trash. Remember, I am the host of the most successful independent UK video gaming podcast of all time. Kev knows his video games. I'm something of an expert in the field, I'll have you know. Overwatch, I don't really like. WoW, I definitely don't like. Diablo, I loved. I don't play it anymore. I finished it and don't feel the need to go back to it, but I really enjoyed it. The arrogance is alarming. Look, they were facts. I do host the most popular independent video gaming podcast in the history of the UK iTunes chart. I'm not, you can't, that's not arrogance, that's stating a fact. Did I ever play The Witcher 3? I played about 10 hours of it and realised it was just a big old boring bore fest. It wasn't Skyrim, so I wasn't interested. For me to put 100 hours into a game, it basically needs to be a Skyrim or Persona level game. And The Witcher just wasn't for me. The whole Two Swords thing, too much faff. Did I play The Last of Us 2? I did, and really enjoyed it. I believe 'twas a masterpiece. Still no decent jobs available. Right, shall we just splurge? Or do we bide our time? I think Amendoim is going to end up a Sheffield United player by the end of the summer. Because I'm just going to cave and sign him. I wonder if we could get him for a flat 13 million without doing instalments. No, just no, not even anywhere near. Playing Red Dead 2 at the moment and loving it. See, I could be a proper video game wang and tell you I played Red Dead 2 years ago. Red Dead Redemption was Red Dead 2. Video game wang! Video game wang! Red Dead Redemption 2 is Red Dead 3. Video game wang! But I'm also playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment and enjoying it. Dun, 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 dun. Video game wang. A complete wingback at Wolves. This is my kind of boy. Love a complete wingback around these parts. He's 22. He's an England under 21 international. He's got 20 for natural fitness. Come here to me, Oscar. We are taking you to the north. No, we're not, because look how much money they want for him. It said 3 million on there before. Prices for everyone have gone up massively. What is going on? Ugh. Right, let's sign all these guys. Should we just sign Harry Kane? We'll sign Harry Kane and Dele Alli and Renato Sanchez. And that'll do. That'll be our summer. Boom, 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 boom. Biding my time until remastered Mass Effect comes out. And then Diablo 2. See, I'm not into these remakes of games. I want new games. Got no interest in playing a remastered Mass Effect. I'll play a new Mass Effect because I loved Mass Effect. But I'm not going to play them remaking the one that I've already played because I've already played it. I don't rewatch TV shows or movies. I don't reread books. I want new experiences. I don't have time to play all the games I want to play as it is. Never mind replaying ones I've already played. Have I played Bioshock? I have. Bioshock was one of my favourite games of all time. Loved Bioshock. But you do buy 12 copies of Persona 5. I only have 2 copies of Persona 5. Actually 3. I bought the digital one for the PS5 because I got the discless PS5. I had no choice. But then Persona 5 is one of the greatest games in history. So that means they deserve my money. I've spent like £200 on Persona 5. I bought both of the special editions for the original one and then for Royal. And then when I got my PS5, I bought the digital version so I could play it on that as well. I haven't played Persona 3. I played Persona 4. And Persona 5, I've not played 3. I'm so grumpy with this transfer window. So miserable with it. Just re-scout everybody. Ugh. Have I played Spider-Man? For about 2 hours. I enjoyed swinging on my swingy thing around New York. I went to the Avengers Tower. I had a little look around. I did some sightseeing and then actually got into the missions. I thought, ooh, the combat is hideous and clunky. It's trying to be Batman, but not as good. I'm not going to play this. For me to actually commit a lot of time to a game, it has to be pretty close to perfect, and Spider-Man just wasn't. Do I like Rainbow Six? No, I don't really like shooting games. I played a bit of the older Battlefield games, like Battlefield 3. Was that the one on the 360? Played quite a lot of that. I used to like Gears of War, TF2, that kind of thing, but I haven't really played shooters for a long time. I'm just too old for shooting games now. My reflexes aren't what they used to be. My eyesight's not what it used to be. I just get smashed every time I play a shooter, so I just don't bother. I've hurt and offended the entire squad there. Good work, Kev. Good work, Kev. We've just got promoted and look what I've done. Do I mess with training? Nah. Did I get the most recent God of War? I did. I got probably about halfway through it and just stopped because, again, I got bored of it. It was fun playing as Triple H, and it was all right, but it just didn't really grab me. I think the problem I had with God of War is I did a YouTube series on it. That was when I was still trying to push playing other games on YouTube.
Glad you are
And I think
feeling
that just
better.
distracted me a little bit. Logan, thank you for the sub. Have I played through Detroit Become Human more than once? No. I got my story. It was perfect. I don't need to play it again. I did play LA Noire and absolutely loved it. Any good signings? We've made one good signing so far. Or two, maybe. We've got the Manship. I mean, we have the Manship. We're going to turn him around. And we've got this guy who came in from Paris Saint-Germain to be our new 6'1" left back. And then we're trying to steal this chap who was wanted by Liverpool and Man City. We're trying to sneak him into the country before they realise what we're doing. So that would be another good signing if we can get him. But you can see the calibre of other players I've been trying to get, because there's nothing. I've got all this money burning a hole in my pocket and nothing I want to spend it on. So Ajax have offered 3.8 million for this guy. Well, that feels like something I can match. We can get in on that. If Ajax can get him for 3.8, why can't we? There we go. Just because he looks like he's... I mean, he's only 14% scouted, but so far, he could be better than Prieto. And Ajax are after him. So it's a bit of a risk going for him, but he's only 17. I think that's worth just having a little bit of a risk on him. Hydrate. Here we go. What's the best and worst game I've ever played? Best game, Football Manager. Worst game, Lords of Football. Look at released players. Nah. I don't really want old men. I want to sign my... I'm deliberately just looking at 23 and under. Players with huge upside. We're probably going to get relegated, so I want to sign players who are going to be fantastic next year. So I just had to get extra tango out of my moustache there. I bet that sounded really, really lovely. Ooh, moustache beverage. Right, let's see if we get these two in. Posture check. Bobby Delart. Right, we're going to have to throw money at this kid. Because I suspect we're probably not considered as big a club as Ajax. Holy smoke. Okay. Let's offer him a big salary. I mean, he thinks a lot of himself if he's trying to force a £92 million release clause. Oof. And Lords of Football want to send a ton of copies to give away. Yes. How much of the Apple Tango have I got through? Between me and Anna, we've probably had about 7 or 8 cans of it now. There's a lot left still. Right. Hopefully we get these 2 players. If we get these 2, then the summer's starting to come together a little bit. Have I ever tried that Twitch soundtrack thing? I haven't. Why? Tell me why I should. Is there a reason to? Stream Beats is awesome. Does Apple Tango taste any better? Any better than what? Apple Tango is the best drink. And I don't just mean it's the best soft drink. It's the best drink. It is the best liquid you can put in your mouth. Apple Tango is the peak. It doesn't get any better than Apple Tango. Right, have we got any more special bargains like him? Like this guy. Colin. How much are you going to cost me, Colin? You know what, though? As a 6'6" English centre-back, I'm potentially not against spending 20 million on him if his scout report comes back good. So we're going to keep an eye on Colin. Why have we not got a scout report on him already? Wait, what is this if it's not a scout report? I don't really understand. How much did they say? Somewhere between 20 and 30. Let's offer 25 on the Never Never and see what happens. As soon as I saw he was 6'6", I'm all in on this guy. I don't think I've ever known a club ask for a player exchange before. Steven Zambrano, that we spent 450,000 on. So they want 30 million plus a 4-star potential youngster. I feel like they are looking for a fight. No, you're not having him. And you can have half of that. We're getting somewhere now. I mean, I feel like I've done a bad negotiation there. He's 6'6", and you can't teach that. I want him. An app with a similar layout to Spotify. Every song on there will not get muted. Surprising amount of well-known artists on there. I'm happy with Stream Beats. Stream Beats is fine. Get rid of these. We won't confirm it until we've actually got a scout report for him. But we needed a big centre-back. He could be our boy. Poor young Kev is better than him. Poor young Kev's not 6'6". 6'6" is what we want. What do you think about Reece Bennett's potential season-long injury? I know nothing about it. As in, until the end of this season? So, like a month? Or a full season from now? Who's this guy? Don't know. Get rid of him. How much was poor sad young Kev going to cost? You've got me thinking now, you monsters. Hate thinking. This is what you've done to me. Everyone wants release clauses. Nobody's getting them. I think poor sad young Kev's over 23, isn't he? So I'm not going to pay big money for an old man. Poor sad young Kev. Yeah, see, he's an old man, 24. He's 1,000 years old and he's only 6'2". I mean, we're scouting them both. We'll see. Too old. He was 6'6", things would be different. "24 is still young for a centre back." Is it my eye? Looks like I'm 4 years from ancient myself then. Yeah, exactly. Bruce Bennett tore his knee ligaments. Ouch. That hurts. Can confirm. It's the reason I'm not. It's one of the reasons I'm not a professional footballer. Who was the sheriff in King's Landing that went around saying too old? I don't know. He's ancient, then what is Kev? Not a footballer. I'm a spring chicken. As a football manager. As a YouTuber, I'm an old man. As a Twitch streamer, I'm an old man. I was born 20 years too early to do the job that I do. Right, are we getting these boys? Tall, short Matt, why are you still here? Other than the fact that you're 6 foot tall. You scored 4 goals in 2 years. Get out of my club. You're the 6th. Just get out. Forget loans. Get out. You're done. You are done. Bennett slightly out for the next 7 months minimum. What is it? Is cruciate ligaments or ligamenty ligaments? What flavour of ligaments? Getting back streaming with his leg in a sling. Bev, love your vids. Please love your vids, not vlids. Can you give me tips for FM21 about to get sacked at Spennymoor Town after an 8-5 defeat at Kidderminster? Please help. Back to basics. Go on to the tactics screen. Just pick all the options that have got the thumbs up next to them. And don't fiddle too much. And do that for your next 6 games. Use selection advice as well. Don't think too much. I just redeemed the check on my player. Did you, by golly? Trying to remember your name. Something like this, isn't it? There he is. At Rapid Vienna. There you go. Got a lot of under 21 caps. All the under 21 caps. But not actually played for the full national team yet. Have to win the next match or else you get the sack. Then do what I just said and that gives you your best chance to. Don't want any more wingers, Mike. We've got too many wingers. As opposed to really slow Vienna. This probably is a slow Vienna as well. How could there be a rapid Vienna but not a slow Vienna? There must be both of them there. Are these rascally little almost wonder kids actually going to sign? What's... Oh, he might be joining us. He's just waiting for a work permit. Huzzah! Now we just need a real top tier striker. Where's your fella from Newcastle? Because we all know I'm signing him. Been looking at him all summer. You got to know he's going to be joining us at some point. Because you know I can't resist a Brazilian. How much? It's too much money. If you're a 6'6" defender, it'd be different. But no Brazilian forward is worth that. Wait and see with these other boys. Who do I support? I support the mighty Peterborough United. Bum, bum, bum. That is the full name of the club, by the way, as well. Oh, I need to assemble my new chair. This one really is unpleasant to my buttocks. I want pleasant buttocks. You can use this in the shower, apparently. Just know for my next stream, I'll probably be wearing these pants. Ooh. Silky. I might do an entire stream just in the pants and the t-shirt they sent me and no other clothes. Hey. Oh, we're going to hopefully get Bobby Delart. We're going to get hit with this 6 youngster thing, though, again, aren't we? That's going to be very upsetting. New sponsor. Absolutely. This week's vlog. Happy, happy days. Finally, after all these years, getting paid to talk about my balls. Oh, straighten the back out. Right. Jindra is coming in. So this is the lad who was wanted by Liverpool and Manchester City. Let's hope he's not rubbish. Because I'll be gutted if he is. Just going to vlog in just my pants in. I often do. Is he good? Is he good? Is he good? Is he good? He's good. He's good. We've got a good centre back. He's only 5'10". Valued at 7 and a bit million. Oh, yeah. Currently operating at a Premier Division level. Could improve a lot in the future. He's the best defensive midfielder we've got at the club. Not that we'll use one. He's the second best centre-back we've got at the club, along with big Harold Jenkins. I don't know that we need this 6'6" guy now we've got those two. I don't think we need to spend 20+ million on another centre-back when we've got 2 of the best players at the club now as centre-backs. And we've got Pandelli as well, who of course was he was out on loan because he didn't have a work permit last year, but he's now got his work permit. Why is the new the new boy is there? It's a good squad. See if we get the other youngster. I'm just very conscious of how many of these foreigners we're going to be allowed to bring in. Shall we count them? How many have we already done? So, foreign under 23s. We've only taken 2 so far. If it starts the count from now, if it includes January as well, then 1, 2, 3. In fact, Bakker only came in this summer, didn't he? So we potentially got 3 already, or it could be 5. Either way, we should still get Delart. I don't think we need Colin Taylor anymore. We probably didn't need him before anyway. I'll probably sign him anyway. Do any of the strikers score goals? Not really. The only problem is there's no strikers available either that are any good. That's what we're waiting for, really. A really good striker to appear. Tochiro Leardam. What a name. Just... See, this guy has got a really high scout rating. He's quick, but not really any good at finishing. I mean, if he had 14 finishing, you'd be telling me he was superb. And finishing isn't really all that with a striker. But the issue is, he's going to be an absolute fortune. And he's got no track record. Do you think Peter will lose Clark Harris if we don't go up? We will go up. So we won't worry. If we don't go up, we won't lose him. We'll sell him at a massive profit and reinvest in someone better like we always do. But we're going up anyway, so we'll probably keep him. I'm not sure he'll make the step up. Hopefully he will. I'm less confident about him than I have been most of the strikers we've had in recent years. I think he's playing in a better team this year than Tony was in last year, for example. I think you put Ivan Toney in this team, he scores more goals than Clark Harris has. Should we just sign this guy? Maybe we just throw the entire budget at this guy who's so much better. Potentially, I mean, he's only 20% scouted. We need to scout him a lot more. There haven't been any jobs that look any good. It's still just a load of jobs in Wales. Nothing else remotely interesting has come up all summer, which is a desperate shame. Check Premier League rules. Nah. I prefer to go by the seat of my pants and see what happens. If you still had Tony, you'd be unstoppable. Agreed. I don't know if Ricky J. Jones is ready to be our main man yet. We've still got Mo Isa knocking around the place, who we spent 7 figures on a couple of years ago. Mo Isa was supposed to be the next one after Tony, but he kind of fell out of favour. We changed the system, started using Dembele up top. So I imagine, if we don't, in the unlikely event we don't go up, I think Clark Harris and Dembele probably both leave this summer for massive money. And then we could potentially go with Isa and Jones. Or maybe one of those two plus someone else coming in for decent money. Dane Scarlett. I don't know who Dane Scarlett is. Should I know who Dane Scarlett is? Right, here's a striker at Celtic. He's mainly an attacking midfielder, apparently, but I'd obviously use him as a striker. But he doesn't really score goals for Celtic. If he can't score goals in the Scottish Premiership, he's never going to score goals in a proper league. Oh, Kev, you rascal. You cheeky little rascal. Best 17-year-old striker in the world. Says who? How much do you think you'd get for Clark Harris? It's difficult because he's a little bit older than what we normally sell. So I think that probably reduces his value a little bit. I think we'd probably be happy with anything between in a sort of 5 to 7 million range. Right, I don't think we need this guy based on that other signing we just made, so we're going to cancel that. Right, there we go. He's a striker. A striker. A striker. Oh, if those numbers are near the top of those ranges, Oh, look who wants him as well. Oh, my word. Give him to me. He's my new toy. How much is everyone else offering? Atletico have offered 5.75. So if we offer 6, maybe. We should probably scout him as well. But in the meantime, just on the basis of who wants him, we should be all in for him. He's the answer to everything we want. What a name. Hi, Dirk Proper here. Come on. Give me my new striker. Now I will check the Premier League rules about bringing in young players. See if they're the same as the Championship. Is there a rule? Teams can sign no more than 6 foreign under 21 players from abroad in a season. Right. So, we've already signed Costa, Jindra, Baka fit that criteria. We've then potentially got Delat, so that would make it 4. If we get Tabakaru as well, that would be 5. So we should be okay. Oh, we're not getting him. Look at everyone who wants him. There's not a chance we're getting him. We have got Delat, though, which is awesome. Right, we're just going to offer him all of the money. I'm going to take that one out. And take that one out. I'm tempted to leave the other 2 in. Just to try and keep him happy. And then, oh, look how good he must be. Right. We're going to offer him. Atletico Madrid want him. Just go. We're going for it. Just have 100 grand. Milan and Atletico might want you, but you can come here and have 100 grand. We've got all the money. We don't need to faff about. Let's just try and get it done. He's not even scouted. 3 goals in 4 appearances for Romania, though. Imagine if he's rubbish. Then so be it, I guess. There's a lot of scouting networks across Europe who are wrong if he's rubbish. Bobby Delat's good, though. We did all right whipping him away from Ajax. There's our Prieto replacement right there. Good work, Kev. If he ends up not any good, then there's not much. I mean, you all would have done the same as me in this situation, I think. Right, we're not just looking at strikers. We're looking for any incredible value. Prieto's not gone, but he's got a year left on his contract and won't discuss a new one. So we probably should sell him. I'm probably not going to. So I want to try and have him help us stay in the league, but he's got no interest in staying. So he's probably going to go on a free transfer at the end of the season. Which I'd rather he did that than sell him. I think he might be the difference between us staying in the Premier League or not. And staying in the Premier League is worth more than the 20 or 30 million we might get for him. So we may as well keep him around to keep us in the Premier League than let him go for free. And we still make a profit. Prieto is ridiculously good. How does a good like that come through Sheffield? I mean, we had another one before I arrived. Where was he? We found him last night when we were nosing through the previous transfers. He went to China. I can't remember what his name was or when it happened. But he would have come through maybe the year before. Where is he? Maybe it was this year. Can't find him now. There was someone who came through and was sold for mega money to a Chinese club. But now he doesn't seem to exist anymore. Maybe I dreamt it. I had him scrolling down 2 years ago. Right, let's try again. 1, 2. Where? Was he there? Do you mean that 2 years ago? Nope. Do we mean another year ago? Ah, there he is. So this guy came through the youth team here as well and went to play in China for 36 million. I mean, could we get him back? Because he's homegrown at club. Have we got a sell on for him, do you reckon? But it is, it's mad the amount of good youngsters that have come through the youth system here. Oh! Oh! Tabakaru's going to come to us. As long as he gets a work permit. Oh, he better get a work permit now. I'll be furious if he doesn't get a work permit. We're interested in this guy. Oh, that's the guy from before. That's our guy. How much money have we got left? I mean, I am really tempted just to bring him back. How much did they say? Let's just be cheeky and try. We probably don't need them both, but let's try. Ah, no. Right, when's this work permit coming through? This summer's turning out okay in the end. It was painfully slow to get started. But how many scouts do we need? Should we just offer for several of them? How many do we need? 4. How have we got to the point where we need 4 scouts? How have we let this happen? They're all Italian. Italians know their onions. Right, when's this work permit happening? I want to know when the work permit's happening. The fact we're paying him 100 grand a week, that should help the work permit go through, surely. And this is where, like you've all said, because we've not even scouted him, this is where he comes through and he's got 3-star potential. Then it was just Atletico and Milan trolling me. Hey, Mr. Atletico manager. Yes, this is the Milan manager here. Do you want to mess with a newly promoted Premier League team? How so? What have you got in mind? I found this random youngster. No one's ever heard of him. But if we both offer £5 million for him, I reckon we can get a Premier League team to just throw money at him and do something really dumb. Yeah, all right. I'll go for a bit of that. It's the risk you take. We've either got a superstar or an absolute dud. And I'm very nervous to find out. Oh, God. Part of me's thinking, go on, don't get the work permit just in case. Have I scouted him? Nope. Scouting's for losers. We just offer £100,000 a week contracts for nobodies. I mean, I asked to scout him. The scouting just hasn't gone through in time. If he's towards the top end of all of these, he's a superstar. Oh. Oh. If only we didn't have attribute masking on. The one-arm swan. The one-arm swan's still not... He scored more than a goal a game for our under-23s last year. The one-arm swan is banging the goals in for our youth team. Where is he? The one-arm swan, the one-arm swan, the one-arm swan, the one-arm swan. Where is he? The one-arm swan. Still only 23 years old himself. It doesn't have his youth team record for last year. But yeah, he got something like 35 goals from 28 starts for the reserves. The one-arm swan is a hero. The guy who just came in on trial seems nice. Tom, are you nice? We don't need more fullbacks, so he'd be our 8th choice right back. Or our 6th choice left back. And at 23, I'm not that interested in his potential because he's not got anywhere near achieving it yet. So not my cup of tea. Where's this work permit? Oh! Oh! Here we go. This is where we find out if I'm an idiot or a genius. Oh! Right. We accept. And now we play idiot or genius. I don't want to look. Hello? Yeah? Hold on. Yeah? What do you mean? I'm back. Oh. We, slight issue. Andy smashed his telly in his bedroom and we don't know why. So he's fine now, apparently. But she's just gone in there and his TV's been smashed. Oh, my word. He's good. He's good. He's an actual wonder kid, boys and girls. We have a wonder kid. Kev's a genius. 16 acceleration, 17 pace, 17 finishing. Yes! We've completed Football Manager, boys and girls. See? Scouting's for losers. Just look at who the big clubs are after. He's playing for Sheffield United. He's got one negative. What's his negative? It doesn't even say. The negative is he's just realised he's at Sheffield United. There's no strong feelings about the squad support for the manager, which remains at a very good level. Oh, my word. What a manoeuvre. So he's now the best player at the club at 19. Or maybe Prieto will sign a deal. Now, that's a very good point because Prieto's not even the best player at the club anymore. He's just had someone walk into the club who we could form a long-term partnership of awesome with. He just needs to get used to playing with him, I think. Tweet that out. I will tweet that out. Just got this guy for £6 million for newly promoted Sheffield United without scouting him because I'm a genius. Can't even spell genius. Can I not put the screenshot on? Why is the screenshot not? There we go. Kev's a genius. Did that actually put the screenshot on, or did it disappear again? It looked like the screenshot. I know the screenshot is there. Kev's a genius. Kev's a genius. Kev's a genius. Yes, he really is. Oh, yeah. Amazing. And I was worried that I was frustrated at this window not so long ago. We've just brought in 3 absolute superstars. Is he a wonder kid? No, he's not a wonder kid. But Dalat Jindra, is he a wonder kid? No. But then Tabakaru. And the manship, of course. So, this is what the squad depth is looking like now. Look at that. That's absurd. That is absurd. What do we need, really? We don't need anything, but we've still got £25 million. Do I use dark mode? No. Too old for dark mode. Right. I'm just going to check if Anna needs any assistance with what's going on. Do you require assistance? Better first choice keeper. Yeah. I mean, really, I'm just going to wait for bargains. Now I know the trick is just be patient and see what appears. See what everyone else is scouting. So, we already rejected him. We definitely don't need him. Or him. Or him. We don't need strikers anymore. This is the guy I was looking at a little bit earlier in the summer. How many more? I think we can only get 1 more foreigner now, can't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. And if he, I don't know if he counts, but that would be 5. So we've got either 1 or 2 more foreigners that we can bring in. And then it's English only. Or British only, presumably. Or even foreigners from within the UK. I think it's just foreigners from abroad. You're only allowed 6. Who's in the Media Dream 11? None of my players, that's for sure. Imagine if he was. He's not. Just saying the assistance is not required, so we should be okay. There you go. That's how far down the list he is. Prieto's not far behind him. Got a couple of good boys there. Is it over 21s? I thought it was 23s. Only 1 more if under 21, but there's no over. There's no limit. 17. Yeah, but I'm not signing old men. So I think all of them are under 21 so far. So he's 18. Yeah, let's not forget we brought this guy in earlier in the summer as well. So he's 18. He's 19. 19. 18. And then 19. So we've got 1 more heavy signing.
Great content all the time, Kev. Keep it up.
Thank you very much for the sub, Jimmy. Right. What do we want then? Do we want this guy is what I was getting at. How is he still only 20% scouted? We were looking at him a month ago. We need these new scouts to get in. But I do have feelings about that guy. We don't need Amendoim anymore. Right, we're just going to be patient. Right, he's playing his first friendly. Who are we playing? Beramar. If he doesn't score 8 goals, then I give up. Who's he? Yes, he can go out on loan. Get out of here. You're forgetting born in the USA and old man Asensio. That was different. We needed old man Asensio. Was it Asensio or Atensio? I can't even remember now. It's so long ago. Hydrate. I shall. Atensio. There we go. Old man Atensio. I miss him already. Rogelino. With a name like that, I'm interested. We could do with another striker. He's Brazilian though. Wang's better after we broke Wang last night. Just stopped by to see Zealand brag over his transfer prowess, but he uses scouts. Kevin's 100 times the FM player. Ah! That's how we do it. Did my boy score on his debut? He did! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! This is when he gets a hat-trick against Inter that we know he's good. I just don't want him to get injured before the season now. That would be devastating. Right, come on. We just want special boys. You got any more special boys for me? Because he just appeared on one of these scout reports. I don't even know what made me click on him. I don't normally click on him. I was just... He felt right. It was a moment of divine football manager intervention, I think. He just had a face that needed clicking, and I couldn't even see his face. See, these are all too old. My director of football doesn't know what I'm looking for. He looked at who were in on him and went, my word. Yeah, but why did I even look? I wouldn't normally even look. Clicked on him just because he was a striker. That sounds about right. Because we wanted a striker. But there were 3 strikers on that list after him that I never clicked on. There could have been one that was even better. Seems unlikely. When did I start playing Football Manager? I first played Championship Manager in... It was Championship Manager 2, which I think was 1994, 95. And I've been playing since then, pretty much. Just said 19-year-old striker, and that was enough to get me to click. Wowzers. Bruninho! I want someone with a name like that. There you go. We've got a goalkeeper here. See if my magic touch works again. He seems less exciting. Though he is better than what we've got, we could potentially get this guy on loan. He's only just signed for Arsenal. Hang it. Hold the phone. So he was born in London. but has played his entire career so far in Colombia. How does that even happen? Labelled the next Peter Shilton. That's what Alex Williams is labelled, isn't it? I think. Do we season-long loan him? Because we're not going to get him permanently because he's literally just signed for Arsenal, but he's on the loan list. I think we season-long loan him. And have a little look. Because by getting him through Arsenal, that means he doesn't count as foreign anymore. Because he's English, for a start. I mean, how do they find someone like that? What do we got here? Ivan De Rijker. He's a centre-back at Newcastle. Wanted by Fulham. He's better than any centre-back we've got. The problem is he's very expensive. But he did play a full season for Newcastle in the Premier League last year. Has he got? Is there any chance he's got a release clause, do we think? No. Why doesn't anyone have relegation release clauses? Shh. Shh. Maurice Hellwig. He could be my new Vermonti, but I'm not going to play with a holding midfielder. So he'd have to play centre back, and he's another one who's only 5'10". I do like the look of this guy. How old is he? 23, so he doesn't count towards that evil number. See if we can get him for something in the 15 million range. That's exactly in the 15 million range. Boom. That would then give us the option to play a holding midfielder if we want to. For it would be him. Am I going to go for this guy? I keep coming back to him and looking. Just need him to be more scouted. I think we continue to wait for now. Goalkeeper. We're trying to get the Arsenal goalkeeper. There you go. This is the goalkeeper we're getting. Plus, this guy's called Hellwig, which is... We're going to immediately name him the Ultimate Warrior. Tried to play 4-4-2 long ball. Over my dead body. The manship's injured. That guy's called Dude Man. I want Dude Man. What a name. Name's Dude Man. The Manship was our first signing of the summer. Our new £12 million winger. Why am I counting down on Twitter? Because where would you prefer I count down? I'll answer your question with a question of my own. Is there a better place for me to count down? Come on, all we need now is Prieto to sign a contract extension, and it's the perfect summer after it started so miserably. Maybe sometimes being patient in the summer is a good idea. The one-armed Swan might be going to Rochdale on loan. That'd be a good move for him. He'll score an absolute ton of goals at that level. What am I counting down to? An awesome thing. Something really cool that I'm very excited about. Duff Pigeon! Thank you very much for the sub.
Hello Kev, hope you're feeling much better.
I am
Glad
feeling
to
much
see you
better.
back fit and healthy.
Fit's a stretch. Fit and healthy are both stretches. But thank you. Just keep looking back at the screen to see if anything interesting appears. Said Carrie. Don't need any more strikers, Kev. Stop even looking at strikers now. You don't need them. Is that a Welsh text-to-speech? It is. It's Gethin. Gethin, my personal assistant. Ah! We didn't get the goalkeeper. He doesn't want to come to us. What a turd. Ward-Prowse has gone out on loan. Apparently we've got a guy called David Bander at the club. I don't want to sell him. If you want him, that means I don't want to sell him. There's my logic. Right. Our fifth choice left back probably can go out on loan. That's fine. Remember when Lincoln were top of the league and I made that deal with Tom? I know. It's not my fault they've bottled it. They've only got themselves to blame. I want this guy. I've been looking at him all summer. I'm going to treat myself. If he ends up being way more than this now, then I wish I'd have got him earlier when he was cheaper. I don't want to spend 8 million on him. That's more than the striker we just bought. Don't really want to leave now. We've got our new striker either. Who's this guy? Steven Garces. Don't need more attacking midfielders. We've got loads of them. What have I got to do to get you to agree to a new contract, young man? What's the league stipulation for the streaming showdown? I don't know. Has it been announced? I don't find out until it gets announced, so I don't know at the moment. Right, I think we need a proper central midfielder. I don't think Wang is the man to be our midfielder in the Premier League. Should we go back for Colin Taylor again and decide he's now a midfield player? I mean, maybe he is a midfield player. You know full well if I sign him, I'm going to play him at centre-back. Which means someone else is missing out. So I won't be able to resist playing him at centre back because he's 6'6". And you can't teach that. We'll just be patient. We've learned. Got to be patient. The transfer window's still got a month to go. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Oh. I mean, I'm spending 15 million on this guy, and he doesn't fit into the system we use. I feel like this might be a mistake, this signing, but I'm allowed a dodgy one this summer. It's been a good summer otherwise. And you never know, we might decide we need to use a holding midfielder. We probably won't. But I'm sure he can learn to play centre-back. It baffles me that he can't play central midfield at all, even though he's a natural defensive midfielder. You'd think he'd be able to be a deep-line playmaker just here. Maybe it's just because his scout report isn't high enough yet. I'm sure he probably can play centre-mid, which is what I'd quite like him to do. Leighton Clarkson just showed up. One of my heroes. Is this still filtered to midfielders? It is. Let's take that filter off. Any other gems emerged since last we looked? Not really. He says. And then we have a complete wing back who's also a natural left winger. Ooh! It's a Kev player. Delicious. My one red flag here is that he's apparently a good championship player. He's being scouted. He needs more scouting before I can make a decision on him. Right, Larios is on his way out. Oh, and just sign a new contract. Stop with this nonsense. Have you met the new guys? I need to be at a club that can win the title. You do not. You're 21 years old and you've never played in the Premier League. You can offer me all the money you want. I'm trying. I'm just not interested in playing here anymore. You need to let me go. I disagree. Don't want to upset him though. Right, we'll accept 60 million for you. What you said reasonable. Yeah. Let's be sensible here. Okay. 40 million. Starting to lose my patience. We'll sign a contract then, you pillock. 29. Fine. Let's agree on 29. No one's given me 29 for you. What sauce do I put on burgers? I don't necessarily put sauce on burgers. Maybe ketchup, mustard, stuff like that, maybe. If it's like a barbecue, a bit of brown sauce. Wait, you went to a burger van at 9:45 on a Monday night? It baffles me that such a thing exists. Won't worry about any of these. That can stay as is. Splendid. What about Mexican cheese slices? No sauce required. How long until the season starts? Couple more weeks. Round at our local shop from 6 till 10 and open today for the first time in 6 months. Wow. That's awesome. The one-armed Swan has gone to Rochdale for the season. Hopefully, will now be a League One top goal scorer. Shall we have a look? The other thing I sometimes do when there's money burning a hole in my pocket. Let's see who's on the transfer list. Who we might be able to bring in. So he's on the transfer list at Chelsea. See that straight away. That looks acceptable to me. Marcos Valenzuela. I mean, he thinks he's a Raumdeuter. We all know he's going to play wing back. But if he's on the transfer list for 11 million, yes, okay. Can we do 11 million on instalments? Are we going to agree to that? Nope. You can have your 11 million up front then. Bang. He's the only one who's any good, really. It's always a nice little way to try and find a bargain. Some fella called Stephen Fleming's just showed up on my scout report. A 24-year-old centre-back. Old man, unfortunately. Is better than every defender we've got at the club. See, how did we not know about that piece of business going on? I'd have given Man United 8.5 million for you. Why have you only just come up on the scout report now? When did that transfer go through? Earlier this summer is all we know. Hold on. '20th of June. If we'd have known about that, we'd have been all over that. Frustrating. No need to waste 10k points. If you'd have wasted 10k points 2 hours ago, you'd be a Sheffield United player now. Right, let's try and get this boy in. Yes, Matt Yass did sign. Checking player search transfer list should surely be allowed. I mean, it's not that it's not allowed. I wouldn't ever do it. I've got no interest in using the player search screen. But I don't look down on people. Okay, I do a little bit. I don't massively look down on people who do it. I have to look down a little bit. You got to keep some rules in place to make the game a little bit challenging. Otherwise, it's just too easy, isn't it? It's good that we're struggling a little bit to find superstars, even though we've brought in a few superstars. Da, 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 da. Knowing who's transfer listed is common knowledge. Yeah, but it's not a discussion about whether it's common knowledge or not. It's a discussion about, does it then make the game too easy? And the answer to that is, yeah, it does. So let's not make it any easier than it needs to be. It's already a very easy game for someone as talented and handsome as I am. So I like to make it a little bit harder for myself. Do I scout youth national teams? Nope. Wow, Anna's just sent me pictures of Andy's lamp and TV. So it looks like he's ripped his lamp out of the wall and thrown it through the TV. Not quite sure what's going on there. He knows we're going to see his new school tomorrow, so I think he's very anxious about that. And has taken it out on his TV, which is handy. Means we're also buying a new TV tomorrow. Second TV is smashed in 6 months. First one was ours. I don't scout youth national teams, I just manage a national team, and if they have good players before I resign, I go to the next national team. Fair enough. Where are we in the media prediction? Last time we looked, we were 19th. We are still 19th. I'm a little bit confused that Fulham, who came up through the playoffs, are 16th. And the two of us who came up automatically, 19th and 20th. Right, we're getting Hellwig. Still don't really know how we're going to use him, but we'll figure it out once he's here. Does insurance cover that sort of damage? I mean, it probably would. We wouldn't claim on insurance. It's a little £100 TV. He goes through probably one every year, 18 months or so. It'll break for one reason or another. It would cost more in increased premiums to keep claiming stuff like that in insurance. And plus, once you've got the excess and stuff, it's just part of the expense of Andy, really. As far as we're concerned, it's stuff like that we get his PIP for. It covers him for his unusual diet that he eats and repairs to the stuff that he breaks. Right, let's train him to play central midfield. Smash him. The Sheffield United versus Inter game is going to be televised. This is where the world's going to get to have a look at our new boy. Give me a fun team to manage. Sheffield United. I think he'd be better suited to centre back or ball in midfielder in CM. Yeah, but I don't use ball winning midfielders at central midfield. I like to use a deep lying playmaker on defend and a box to box midfielder alongside him. That's my ideal. That's what I'm always hoping for. Sometimes you get someone like Nathan Curry come along who messes that up and you have to change the team to fit him in because he's so good. But by and large, I want the players to fit into my usual system. Finally getting these scouts in that we tried to bring in ages ago. Is Andy looking forward for school tomorrow? Well, he's just smashed his TV, so probably not would be my answer. He's very, very anxious. Right. Just sort that out. Yeah, he's made us agree to no goodbye. That's how he's making sure we're not leaving him at the school. So we're taking him in to have a look around, meet the staff, get him to have a little look around. But he's agreed that no goodbye. So we're not going to leave him there. And he's clarifying that constantly. He is terrified that we're going to take him to a new school he's never been to before and just leave him there and that be his school. So ultimately it will be a school, hopefully, and hopefully he'll start it fairly soon. But it's going to be some teething problems getting to that point. Hope he likes it. He won't like it. He'll hate it. He'll hate the idea of it. And it'll be a huge battle for the first couple of weeks. And then he'll love it because he'll be used to it. He doesn't like anything when it's new. Accidentally binged a load of old vlogs as background noise whilst I worked, and it's crazy to see your progression. The TBP ratio would have never come out 3 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I occasionally look back at some old videos and think, Kev, just chill out. I made a rod for my own back on some of those older videos by being too straight-laced and not fully me. And then as the real me comes out a little bit more, people are like, oh, Kev, you've become arrogant. Well, I haven't. I'm just not faking for the camera anymore. Just being good old Kev. I don't know why I'm still looking at this. We've signed a lot of players. We don't really need anything more. We've got that left back hopefully coming in. If a goalkeeper shows up, that'd be lovely. Apparently he can play right back. Well, we might use him at right back because he's only 5'10". We might use him at right back. So, like, if we use him as a wing back, can't cross. We might use him at right back and then have Hellwig and Jenkins as the centre backs. I still think we could do with a central midfielder. Who the hell is this guy? Apparently he played 15 games last year. I don't remember him at all. I still think we're getting the left back, hopefully. We could do with a goalkeeper and a centre mid. Because I don't think Luke McCormick is a Premier League player. I've signed him so many times in FM. He's great in the Championship. Like I said last night, he's a Championship legend. I just don't think he's a Premier League player. And I think he'll be found out very quickly. I do think we could do with a centre mid. Not Colin Taylor. Got to stop looking at Colin Taylor. So centre mid. We've got one more foreign youngster we can bring in. Do we like this guy? Semir Osmanovic. We do kind of like him. We kind of like him kind of quite a lot. He's not fully scouted yet, is he? I mean, there's not a lot he can't really do. And if we can get him for 5 million, less than 5 million, yeah, this might be our guy. In fact, let's try and squeeze him in for that kind of deal. That'll do. And then we want a goalkeeper. There just isn't one. I don't think we're getting a goalkeeper. First day back in the office tomorrow in over a year. Wow. Are you looking forward to it? Is it a good or a bad thing that you're back in the office? I've never really worked in an office. I'm not sure if I would want to be going back. I don't know. I like working from home. What time am I on till? Like any time, any moment now. We'll get through to the first game of the season, then we'll end. We're not going to play a game tonight. I need to go and see what's going on upstairs. Would I recommend any good books aside from 4 Hour Work Week and your own book? The Simple Path to Wealth is a fantastic book that I would recommend. You've got to see the new Striker in action. And you will on Wednesday night. Don't you worry. I went back into the office after a year of working from home. It's so painful being back at the office. I slept in this morning. I wish you the best of luck. Ouch. Right, this is the left back. So we're getting him, which is nice. Watching Chez's transfers after watching Kev's is painful. That's because I've got the talent. I've got the special skills. Chez will get there one day. He just isn't. He isn't the special one like what I am. You don't become Kevy 5 times by not being a transfer genius. So best left back at the club. Boom. Done. And also a pretty useful left midfielder as well. Pretty much by accident. But that's our back four. Pretty much sorted now. I suspect we'll probably still play him at right back. Then we've got 2 decent goalkeepers. We can assemble a midfield from what we've got there. And going forward, we're very strong. We drew with Inter. Did our boy score? No, he didn't. Prieto did. Of course he did. Prieto, man of the match against Inter. Of course he did. Because we're never going to be able to get him to sign a new contract. Ridiculous. Culture attack. I was excited until I saw that. Nope. Has anyone asked how's Dave? Dave's all right. He was in it. I think he followed Anna out earlier. I just noticed my rock pot vinyl is on the floor over there, which suggests Dave's had him. Right, we're just going to squeeze this midfielder in, and then that'll be it. We'll wrap things up from there, I think. Tom Phillips off of the wrestling. That's what he's doing now. He's not on Raw anymore. He's playing football. Now we know. Well, that has actually turned into a delightful transfer window, boys and girls. I think we should probably celebrate by all going off and signing up for NordVPN. What better way to celebrate? Exclamation mark NordVPN. Tis the future. It's just blooming excellent. What's the media prediction? It was 19th. We'll have a look in a second once we sign our last player. Got one more who should be joining us. Osmanovic. He should get in before the Norwich game. Then we'll check the media prediction and we're done. Who am I going to be raiding tonight, boys and girls? Who's on? Big Jack. Not raiding Big Jack. Big Jack's a monster. Not raiding Sheepdog again either. I raided him last night. He doesn't get 2 raids. If he wants more regular raids, he needs to play Football Manager like a grown-up. Hello, are you a goalkeeper? Ajax have got a goalkeeper on the transfer list for £1 million. See, Championship goalkeeper, not interested. Not interested. Lots of names. So it sounds like there's a lot of people streaming. We'll have a look in a second. You raided him yesterday, but Sheepdog only has 6 viewers. Yeah, but I raided him yesterday. Can't raid him every day. If you don't want to go and watch Sheepdog, no one's stopping you going and watching Sheepdog. It doesn't have to be a raid. We'll put a pin in that goalkeeper, and we might have a look at him on Wednesday night. Am I staying with Sheffield? Well, we haven't had a good club come up all summer, and we've just signed a proper superstar wonder kid. So we're doing at least another season here. I think it's safe to say at this point we're in for one more year, and then we'll see how we end up. Are we getting this last midfielder? It seems to be taking forever. We might not actually be in before the season starts. Is he even up for work permit yet? He is. So it should be any moment, I would like to think. I don't remember even seeing when his work permit was scheduled for. Apparently this guy is going to sign for us. I mean, I'd love to if he was 5 years younger and £30 million less. Prieto might sign a new contract after 10 games if we're mid-table. Perhaps he's just waiting to see if we're competitive in the Premier League or not. Or perhaps he's rightly expecting to go and play for a Champions League club and sees no reason to extend his contract with us. Because he knows he's much better than we are. So he doesn't need to be here. So it looks like that midfielder's not going to get in before the end of the stream. So we'll pick him up on Wednesday night. So I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I'll be back Wednesday. Good business in the end, though. And this is likely to be our team for the first day of the new season. Which to me, do you really want to be there? Looks like a pretty useful team, if I do say so myself. Oh, so excited to see him in action. Boys and girls, let's find somebody to stream. To stream? Raid. I'm streaming, Kev. Learn the words. So, who have we... What is Duke playing? What's got into him? We're going to raid... Sweet Left Foot. Sweet Left Foot. Go and hang out with Sweet Left Foot, and I'll see you back here 7 o'clock Wednesday night. Thank you for watching, boys and girls. Toodle pip. Bye-bye.
You've joined a fantastic time. Oh, the scenes. LOLLUJO, ladies and gentlemen. Kevy 5 times. The Nutman himself.